Hello everybody, this is Llodg, and today I want to talk about all the great games I played last year in 2025. In this video will also include games outside of releasing in 2025, so it can be from any year. I want to talk about all the games I played this year, and which ones I really enjoyed. Now at the end of this video, if there's a game I did not talk about that you think I should have played, let me know in the comments. I bet I know at least one of the answers. But I'd like to hear what games you played this year and which ones you really enjoyed. But yeah, starting out, I want to talk about Sonic Shadow Generations. Specifically the Shadow section of the game, because I've already played Sonic Generations a ton, so it just makes sense for me to really want to play the new portion. And I really love this. Obviously Shadow's great, but we finally got a game where Shadow is really fun to play. And I really like the story, I really like the stuff with Maria, I thought that was really cool. I really like the Doom powers or whatever. But yeah, overall, I think Shadow's portion just made my favorite Sonic game even better, and I would love to see more Sonic games with like a Shadow campaign. And then next was KOTOR 2. Now, I really loved the original KOTOR, and going into this game, I knew that KOTOR 2 was unfinished. And I actually played it without any of the mods and stuff to like give me more of it, just to see how this original version was. And overall, I still think that KOTOR 2 is a great game, but it's obviously unfinished. There's a lot that I think is really good here, like the story, the characters, the different planets you go to I think are really cool, but I wish that the overall story didn't feel like it was duct taped together at the very end, where it's like, oh yeah, we gotta finish the game out. I am planning a video more about KOTOR 2, and it will specifically be about a boss that I don't really like in this game. Subscribe if you want to hear more of my thoughts on this game. But overall, I really did enjoy this game, and I would love to see a KOTOR 3. Hopefully Fate of the Republic is good whenever that comes out. And this next game is a game that I honestly shouldn't have waited like the 3 years or whatever to play it, but it's Xenoblade 3 Future Redeemed. Now this is the DLC campaign that came along with Xenoblade 3, and like Torna, I think there's a strong possibility of this being the best part of Xenoblade 3. The gameplay is probably just as good as Xenoblade 3, if not a little bit better, but the story just ties everything together so well. And I love the characters in this game, I love the music so much, but I love the music for all of Xenoblade, so it's not that big of a surprise. It's really hard to not want to go into spoilers about this. I'm hoping I'll eventually do a Why I Love Xenoblade 3 video, where I'll really get to talk more about this in like more detail without wanting to spoil it. Future Redeemed is just so good, and it made me want to just like restart Xenoblade 1 and go through the 3 games again, because it's just so good. And I want to mention here that I also played Xenoblade Chronicles X a little bit. Admittedly, I haven't finished that game yet. I was kind of hoping for a Switch 2 port to make the frame rate a bit better, but I probably should just like go through and play it, because while I have played Xenoblade X before, the new like chapter at the end I've never played, and I've heard it's pretty good, but we'll see. Xenoblade X is probably my least favorite Xenoblade game, but that is probably like a 9 or 8.5 out of 10 compared to like 10 out of 10s. Doom: The Dark Ages. This was probably my most anticipated game going into 2025, because it's another Doom game, and I love the Doom games. Doom Eternal is one of my absolute favorite FPSs ever, so to have another one is just going to be fun. And I will say I did really enjoy this game. I don't think it's as good, or at least I didn't enjoy it as much as Doom Eternal. It's really close. I think I enjoy it more than 2016, but Doom: The Dark Ages is a really good game. First of all, I really love the aesthetic and overall setting of the game. The medieval and like futuristic technology merging together I think was a really cool aesthetic choice to do, and I just love it all the time. The demons look great. For the most part, I think the gameplay is really good. I really enjoy the new shield mechanic. The only issue is that I think the shield mechanic has a similar issue to Samus Returns, where every enemy in Samus Returns has a move that can be countered, and it made it feel like the counter was used too much in that game. And I think the shield is on like the edge of that territory. By the end of the game I was noticing, oh my gosh, all these enemies have like a move to use your shield with. But I don't think it's like as bad as I felt that Samus Returns' counter mechanic was. but the shield I can see getting like a little repetitive, but overall I did enjoy it. And the music, while it isn't as good as 2016 or Eternals, I still think it's pretty good. I really wish they would go for like a bit different type of music so then it wouldn't be like super easy to compare it, you know? We could see it as its own thing since Mick Gordon isn't doing the music anymore. But I get it, this new Doom music is so iconic that you want to use it. And talking about shooters, I played Gears of War 2 finally, and I really did love it. I think I love this game more than the first game, which is a little crazy to think because I really did enjoy the first game, especially like the tone of that and everything, but I think the second game just builds upon the first game and makes it even better. I love Dom and his wife in this game. I think that was really well done without getting into spoilers. I could have almost seen this game if the ending was a bit different. I could have seen it ending the whole like series, but I get that they wanted to make more games. I think this game could have been the ending and it would have been perfect. I did play a little bit of 3, and I didn't enjoy that game as much. I don't know if it's like the setting being different, the tone being a little bit different, them not wearing shirts, but so far Gears of War 3 isn't as like enticing to play as Gears of War 2 was. But we'll see. I might finish it this year and we'll go from there. In rounding out the shooters I played this year, Halo 3 ODST. I've always really loved Halo. I've done videos on all of them, but this year I came to learn that the original 360 version, I had not played Halo 3 ODST on Legendary. And a few years ago I played through all the games on Legendary and beat them, but I thought I had gone back and done all the other versions as well to get like the achievements or whatever, like give me a reason to play Halo because I love it so much. But I realized I somehow missed ODST. I don't know how. I have it on MCC, but the original 360 version I guess I just skipped over somehow. So I went back, I played it through on Legendary, and Halo 3 ODST might be the easiest game on Legendary. It's so easy, it's crazy. When I was younger, I always thought that ODST would have been the most difficult game, because you're an ODST rather than a Spartan. But yeah, obviously I still love ODST. It is still in like the top tier of Halo, if not like the top half. And now I wanted to talk about all the Ninja Gaiden games I played this year. Because I finished Ninja Gaiden 2, and I love it so much. It's my favorite Ninja Gaiden game, and it really inspired me to play through the rest of the series. Especially since Ninja Gaiden 4 got announced for this year, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But Ninja Gaiden 2 is really great. Playing the 360 version is just such a fun time. If you haven't played it, please play it. It's so good. But Ninja Gaiden 3, I almost didn't stick with this game, but I'm so glad I finished it. At the beginning, I really didn't enjoy fighting against regular enemies. They would like dodge everything, it'd be really hard to hit, and it just was so unfun. Some of the bosses were just not fun at all. But finishing the game and like going through some of the harder enemies and having all these weapons, it made me really enjoy the combat system, and Ninja Gaiden 3 may have my favorite combat system. Especially doing like little challenges with different characters I thought was a ton of fun, and I would love to go through and really do all those. But even after this, like, me coming to enjoy Ninja Gaiden 3, I still hate the bosses so much. They're, like, completely unfun. I never want to play through them again. The final boss, I even had to turn down to, like, easy mode or whatever they call it, like mentor mode or acolyte. But I had to turn it down and then, like, get through one of the phases and then turn it back up, and I beat him. But it's funny because then I still got the achievement for doing it on normal, but I'm taking it because there's no way I was doing that on normal. But yeah, other than the bosses, I really did enjoy Ninja Gaiden 3. It's not as bad as I originally thought it was gonna be, but I still enjoy all the other games a lot more. And Ninja Gaiden 4, oh my gosh, out of the new games I played this year, this is my favorite of them. It was so much fun. I don't know, I could talk about this game for so long. The combat's so fun. I think the new characters are pretty cool. I really hope the DLC is good and like gives Ryu some more stuff. Ryu should have been in this game more, and I wish he was. But I get why sometimes it doesn't work out like that. But Yakumo was really good. I love more playable women in the game, like Ayane. She was in the game, I think she should have been playable, but oh well. Her design was a little weird. They need to bring Rachel back. But yeah, Ninja Gaiden 4, if you've played the other games and you like action games, I say give this one a try. It's probably a bit more like Bayonetta than like Ninja Gaiden, but it's still such a fun time and such a fun action game. After like years of kind of playing this game on and off, I finally finished Star Ocean First Departure, and I really did enjoy that game. This is another game that I kind of had to like sit down and learn to enjoy, because the system with learning skills was a little weird to me, but once I understood it and like what you could do with it, like you could make new weapons, new armor, I thought it was really cool and such an interesting RPG mechanic. And this is such a similar game to Tales games, and I love Tales games, so having a more sci-fi Tales game I think is just cool, even though Star Ocean isn't super sci-fi. Star Ocean is such a replayable game too, with like the party members you can potentially get, so I could see myself playing through this game again. I do need to go back and finish Second Story, because I've heard that is one of the best Star Ocean games. You can let me know if there's another one. I think I've heard 3 is also really good, but I also want to play through the newest one because I've had that for so long and just haven't played it. And okay, No More Heroes 2. I kind of enjoyed the first game, but not enough to where I want to ever replay it. And I did not like Travis Strikes Again, like at all. But No More Heroes 2, I really did enjoy. I don't know if it's because I played it with a Pro Controller compared to Joy-Cons, but I just thought this game was a lot of fun to play. I thought the bosses were a bit easier, it didn't feel as frustrating. And overall, the game getting rid of the open world I thought was a good decision. It gets rid of a lot of the fluff of driving around, and it was really easy to go from level to level and just do more. And I just love the like aesthetic of the game a lot. Travis is such a cool looking main character. So far No More Heroes 2 is my favorite in the series. I still really want to play the third game just because I love how like there's aliens in it and stuff. And to finish out the video, I'll talk about a couple RPGs. First, Tales of Grace's F Remastered. Now I've played a couple Tales games before, Symphonia, Vesperia, and while I've enjoyed both of those games, there have also been stuff that I haven't really enjoyed. Symphonia, I didn't really love the combat system, and Vesperia, I didn't really enjoy the story. Now Grace's has not a really great story, but I still enjoyed it. It was easy to follow along, I enjoyed the characters, so I was interested enough to play through the game and know where I was going. But the combat is so good. Like, this blows Vesperia out of the water in terms of a great combat system. Honestly, I could make a whole video talking about how much I love the combat system itself, but I really loved playing as every character. Even the mages I really enjoyed playing, like Pascal, which isn't always a thing in Tales games. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I only want to play as Lloyd or like the main character, but if I'm able to want to play as the rest of the cast, then you know it's a good combat system. And Tales of Graces just had such a good combat system. I love the titles a lot, and I want to play more Tales game this year. And finally, I want to talk about another one of my favorite games, Fire Emblem Awakening. Now, I've made a whole Fire Emblem video talking about like my thoughts about the whole series and stuff, where I kind of mentioned Awakening, but Awakening is just so good. It's obviously my favorite Fire Emblem game. It's the first game in the series I really played. Chrom, Lucina, Robin, such great characters. I love the aesthetic of this game, I love the music of this game. I just love so much about this game. This year, I really want to make a video specifically talking about that. It really does deserve its own video where I can go really in depth about everything I love about it. And it's really sparked my interest into playing more Fire Emblem games. But yeah, those are the games I played in 2025. A lot of great ones, a lot of ones that I think are some of my favorite games of all time now. And yeah, let me know what games you played this year, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good day, and goodbye.